What's going on, guys? So today's video, we got a lot to cover. I'm gonna do a little bit of a vlog style, and then we are going to be test fitting the Hellcat wheels on our Ram 1500 single cab. So it's getting a Hellcat swap, but I wanna put on the Hellcat wheels as well so that we can see how it looks. I'm a little bit worried. Those wheels are gonna be really big with that drop. I don't know if it's gonna get into the fenders, but we'll find that out. Right now, just in the spot, and I wanted to just remind you guys, we do have the throttle bodies as well. So if you guys are interested in these, right now they are pretty much going like hotcakes. So if you guys want to pre-order one of these are the 85 mil Trubor throttle bodies. So I'm shipping these out right now. Right now we've got Chris, Lawrence, and David are getting their 3. I just got these back from Machine Shop and they were already sold before they even landed. So just got them. I'm sending out a bunch more. So if you guys are curious or interested in this, hit me up. You guys know how to get a hold of me: email, direct message, Facebook, Instagram, however you want to get a hold of me, and your orders will be going out. So these are going out to those guys. Like I said, they were already sold before they even got here. So if you guys are interested, hit me up. They ship out priority mail. You'll get a few stickers in the box as well as your throttle body, and you'll be well on your way to making some easy bolt-on power. All right, so we're gonna take out the single cab for a little rip, boys. She looks so good. I gotta go drop off those packages, and these are the wheels that I'm thinking of putting on because everybody seems to really like the SRT10 wheels on the SRT10. So I was thinking of putting these bronze Hellcat wheels on there, but we don't have a whole lot of fender gap with this Beltec 2.4 kit. There's not a whole lot of room, so we'll see what happens, but let's go for a little rip. Man, the inside of this thing, you guys, is so freaking nice now. We got all our Amazon return junk to send off, so it sounds quiet compared to everything else we got, so we're gonna have to make that a little different. But now that, if you guys have been following for long, I had to daily this for a little bit and drove it all the way from Texas to Florida. But now that it's not a daily, I don't mind it being moderate. We can make this as loud and crazy as we want now. So I actually forgot to adjust the gear ratio on this thing. So if you guys remember, we put the 355 rear end in it. I haven't even driven it since, so this thing is kind of freaking out a little bit right now, and the speedo is definitely not accurate, but he's still alive. I don't know how well it sounds through the camera, but it's not a bad little truck. I mean, it's 1,000,000 degrees outside too. I don't know exactly what the temperature is, but it's about 100 plus the humidity right now. Okay, well, we're back in the shop, and what I did find out is I ran some diagnostics with Alpha OBD. So the steering column is actually 360 degrees out, which means when we took it apart, I remember I was trying very carefully. It was kind of a little bit of a crazy event there, but I was trying to make sure that I put the steering column back in, but what ended up happening was this ended up flipping 360 degrees. So right now the computer's freaking out because it thinks that we're driving with the steering wheel, you know, completely out. So what I have to do is, you could do it a few ways. You could take the wheel off, take the module out and flip that itself, or I can just undo the 4 bolts that hold the column and just flip it back the way it came. So I'm gonna do that. It's probably easier. I'll just take off this bottom panel, take out the 4 bolts, drop the wheel down, flip it, and then put the column back on. So I'll probably have to disconnect some wiring too, but I feel like that's easier than taking the whole wheel off. So let's go. Okay, so it took me about 5 minutes to peel that apart because I've done it a million times. So we're connected to the steering control module. If I go over here, watch, read system status. Look, steering wheel angle minus 371 degrees. So wheels are straight and it is out. So I just don't know if it's gonna go this way or that way. So it's gonna undo the last bolt. We're gonna turn it. I'm gonna reread it and see if I'm going the right way or the wrong way. All right, so I started to rotate the column that way. Let's go back and read it again. So we were at 371. Now we're at 202. So I think we're going the right way. So I gotta flip it all the way around. Only thing is I'm gonna have to disconnect the wiring. So let me take the battery off, take the wiring out, and let me proceed to rotate it that way because we're starting to get a little bit closer back to 0 degrees. All right, so I took the battery off. I had to take the wires off, flipped it around the full 360. I'm gonna put the battery back on. Let's reread this thing and see if she's back to her normal self. All right, so battery connection's back on. Let's reread this thing and see if she's back to her normal self. There we go. So -14. So obviously it's not fully bolted up. So once we bolt it up and get the wheel straight, but now we're not out 370 degrees or whatever it was saying before. All right, just like that, she's back together. So silly little problem, but wasn't much to fix. All right, guys, so it's actually the next day. Ooh, our wheel's getting away from us, but I promised I want to do a little test fit. So let's check this out and see if it's even a factor. I don't know, these wheels are pretty, I mean, they're significantly bigger than those ones, and we already don't have much room, but either way, I want to try it. Let's go ahead and throw at least 1 or 2 on and see what kind of clearances we have, and also, as always, give us your vote down below. So these are a bronze wheel, 24s, Hellcat replicas. I think it'll go with the theme pretty nicely, but with this drop, like, we don't have any room whatsoever. Everybody who's been asking me, hey, what drop do you have? What drop do you have? Is this a 4.6 or something? But it's just the Beltec 2.4 kit. I don't know why it's so low, but it's a used kit, so maybe it's just a bit sacked out, but it is looking really low with these 22s on here, the factory RT wheels. But let's try these out. I already got them out. 2 of them are stuck on the SRT 10 right there, so if I want to switch them out, it's gonna be a little bit more work, but I want to at least test fit on the front. The back, I think we have a bit more room, but the front is just really cutting it close. So let's swap a couple, see what we got. I cannot decide, you guys. This is a tough one for me. Normally I'm able to decide on wheels, but let me know, as always, what you guys think in the comments below. Do you guys like these wheels better? I thought I was really gonna like these, but I'm kind of on the fence. So here's as far as the fitment. These have a lower offset, so they're a little bit more out. I think we should be able to clear them. It's gonna be we're playing with fire, but I guess we kind of do everywhere around here. But I don't know. I can't decide whether I like this look better. I do like the bronze on the blue, but the 22, like, having a bit more meat, kind of looks nice. For once, I'm kind of leaning towards having a bit more meat on the tires instead of the rubber band look, which, like I said, for me is a bit of a change of pace. I do like the contrast, though, having the bronze, but I'm just not sure on this big of wheel. But let me know down below. I was going to swap them all out, but kind of want to get your guys' feedback, since you guys have a lot of input on this build. I kind of like to get your guys' feedback, try to, like, almost make it like if you guys were part of this build, and you guys are, but, you know, if you guys were doing this, you know, we'll take votes on everything and see which way you guys want to see it end up, so that you guys can feel like you have a say in everything, and go from there. So, like I said, I was about to swap all 4 of them, but now I cannot decide. So comment down below before I swap them all, and we can decide whether we want to just keep those 22 RT wheels on here or those. Right now, I will tell you guys, these are significantly heavier than those factory RTs. Those are factory forged 22s. They're still kind of heavy, but these are just whatever the heck they are, but they weigh like 1,000,000 pounds. So with a little 5.7 in it, it'll definitely be quicker ripping around with those 22s than these. All right, so comment down below what you guys think on that whole thing. If you guys haven't checked out this, I'm gonna post this on the main channel, so I'm just keeping everybody up to date. So all the throttle bodies are sold out right now. I'm gonna be getting hopefully more in a few weeks or so. Waiting for some parts for the Hellcat swap to show up, and then we'll be underway on that. Like I said, probably max like 2 weeks, we'll be yanking that motor and getting underway. I just want a few more things to show up before we get underway on that. Check out Boosted Motorsports 2 if you haven't. I've posted the full rebuild of the Hellcat engine over there, so it's like a 5-part series showing all that. And on Boosted Motorsports 2, I've been getting into some other little projects. So you'll see here, there's a cylinder head. We've got, this is the Sea-Doo boat that we picked up on Boosted Motorsports 2. Bought it, wasn't running, and we got deep into the engine. So that's the cylinder head that I have off, if you guys want to check out that. Then I also picked up this, which I'll give you a little sneak peek on. I just picked this up, so that's another little project. And I actually picked up another one as well. So lots of fun stuff going on here. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe. Go over to Boosted Motorsports 2. Subscribe to that channel as well, so you don't miss out on any content, because I'm posting on both. And we'll see you guys on the next video.